the Rover 650, a design based on my solo ocean crossings. Well, the new weight on the keels seems to be working great, and the Mark III seems to be working great. The rigging improvements, they seem to be working great. I can't put my finger on exactly one item because everything seems to be working really well together. Just inside here, I'll just show you what I've set up because I can see rain on the horizon, and we're expecting that. You know, it's a cool day. It's going to be somewhere, I think now they're telling me about 11 degrees, somewhere between 15 and 11 degrees most of the day. Overcast, windy, and rain. In anticipation of rain, I've got my proper fisherman's cap standing by. I have an extra sweater standing by to put on, and I have a couple other items stowed away that I'll be able to put on pretty quickly if I need to. Inside of the boat is ship shape. Nothing shifting around, so we've had a good little test of that too. And look at all those benefactors. Very proud of this. These folks have helped me so much. I'm very proud to carry their names on the boat. Okay, so there's the chart, and there's the speed we're doing. I would say we're averaging 4.5 knots. We're holding a pretty steady course. And like I said, it's 9 o'clock right now, but at 10 o'clock the current actually turns into our favor. So we're bucking at this point probably 3/4 of a knot of current against us. The Mark III is doing a phenomenal job with the steering, and we seem to be doing a really great rate of knots. So we have a little boost from the current, probably 1/2 knot right now, and we're doing, well, I'd say we're probably averaging 5.25, 5.5. Well, I'm dressed warmly, but when I started this passage, I was a little concerned about exposure because, it's cold, it's windy, and it's wet. But the Mark III has been doing such a stellar job of steering in these conditions that I've been inside almost the entire passage. So, I'm actually warm and energized and not the least fatigued or cold. So I still have, I would say, 2.5, maybe 3 hours to go. But really, it's a cakewalk. Every 15 minutes or so, I'm looking through the ports, making sure that there aren't any contacts that have gotten past me. Every half hour or so, I go up on deck. I make a micro adjustment to the Mark III to put us back on course because the winds are shifting inside this bay. So I don't know. This is my first sail this year, and I have to say, despite these conditions, it's really pleasant. Well, good morning, Rovers. Well, I got into this beautiful anchorage last night just as the sun was setting. It was a little too dark to film. Coming in was quite the spirited ride because this is the Potomac River. It's a very large river. I'll show you this in a second. But that the current was going out. It was going out at about half a knot. The wind was blowing against that current at about 20 knots. Setting up some pretty short seas. So we got over that, and then we just sailed our way pretty much right up to the point where the wind disappeared because of these trees. And with that, I motored the last couple of hundred yards to get to this spot. I'm in 2.8 meters, so that's about 8 feet of water. And I have 90 feet of road out. I mean, that's overkill for the amount of road I have out. But the reason is that it was blowing so hard, and it was predicted to blow that hard through most of the night. So I just wanted that extra precaution. And look, there is no other boats here. So overall, this was a great sail. It was a good opportunity to blowing 15 to 20 throughout most of the day. We made 60 miles in daylight hours. I mean, that's a record for Wave Rover. And in many ways, that was the first sail of the season, of course, for me. It blew the dust out of the sails, and it blew the dust off of the skipper too. So very happy to have accomplished that. And now I will be weighing anchor probably in the next half hour. As always, Rovers, thanks for watching, and forge your own adventure.